This is task number 3, that if you would like to do it in Excel, you would type in all your x coordinates and all your y coordinates of each point. You kind of need your points going in order to be able to do a scatter plot with this. After you type them in, you also need a column for your scale factor. You're going to do you're going to type in the fractions. I'm using a scale factor of 3/4. If for some reason it shows up as a date or a decimal, you need to come up here and you need to change the formatting to a fraction so that it shows up as 3/4. You can even copy that all the way down and it will stay that scale factor. To calculate the new x-coordinate, you click on equal. The original x-coordinate times the scale factor will give you the new x-coordinate. Likewise, the y-coordinate, you have to do equal, click on the y times, click on the scale factor, hit enter. You can highlight the coordinates and you can click and you can drag it all the way down. There will be your new coordinates if you want them as fractions, or you can even have them as decimals if you would like. That becomes your choice. Then leave them as fractions. Then we need to make the graph for both of them. Just highlight the data, insert scatter plots, and choose the one with straight lines so it looks a little bit more crisp and sharp. There's actually what your image looks like afterwards. I would get rid of the series title because we don't need it for this example. You can shrink it down so that it fits on the piece of paper. Then move the graph over. Then highlight your second two sets of data because this is your image. Once again, insert scatter plot, connect the dots together. Now, this looks like the exact same image, but if we notice, the scales of both of them were off. This one went from 4 to 12, and this one went from 4 to negative 12, where this one only went from 4 to 8. Likewise, the axis is kind of enlarged. So we need to get the axis to have the same range. If you right-click on the horizontal axis, you can format the axis, and we want the same numbers that was on the first one. Change it to fixed, -10. Change this one to fixed, to a +10. Click OK, and that will fix your x-axis, so now it looks like it's smaller. Likewise, click on the y-axis. If you right-click, you can format the axis. Same thing, change the fixed. Look over here on your y-axis. This went from a maximum or a minimum of -12 to a maximum of 4. So I'm going to type in -12. And once again, the second one needs to be fixed also, and we're going to change that to a minimum or a maximum of 4. Click OK. You can now see that this graph is smaller than that graph, and they have the same scale. There is your similar figure images, and then you can move it down and you can print. You might want to slide it over here when you hit print and also make your boxes the same size, but it should shrink it down so that the one shape looks like it's 3/4 of the other shape. That's how they actually program